Welcome once again, viewers, to Aframe-AfterDark. I am your host, Scumbag Ed, and I am joined by Tricky Trev
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tricky Trev here.
and our other co-host this week, Wacky Wyatt.
Wacky Wyatt in the house.
And we also got Big Mike.
Yo.
All right,
Big
ladies
Mike.
and gentlemen,
Big Mike.
how are we feeling, boys?
I'm feeling pretty good. How about you, Wacky?
Feeling good, man.
Big
Feeling
Jo-
wonderful.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. What are we here to talk about tonight, boys?
All right. I know some of y'all might have heard earlier today, Rockstar finally confirmed Grand Theft Auto 6. And they're gonna release the trailer early December, is what they said. So
I heard about that. I saw that on IG. But, I mean, is it really that crazy, though? You know, people are going to be beating the story in like a day, and then they're going to get online, get shit on by some kind of corny-ass vehicle that's in GTA. It happens every year, multiplayer. So what's the fucking point?
I mean, it's very good news. I mean, we haven't heard anything about this game for 12 years now. Come on now.
Actually, you should take that back because in 2022, I want to say around February, that Rockstar confirmed that they was working on it in a roundabout way.
I mean, yeah, they did kind of confirm it, but everyone thought it was going to be coming out in 2020. Nope. Everyone thought it was going to come out in 2019, 2018. Nope. 2021. No. So now we're finally got the confirmation from Rockstar themselves that it's going to be coming out here soon. And especially the fact that we're getting a trailer for this is groundbreaking, to say the least.
Hold on now, boys. I got something to say here.
Uh-oh.
So, what's the story? What's the like just robbing banks, stealing cars, the recycled GTA? What we got?
We don't know here, man.
That's all it is.
That's
It's recycled shit.
Exactly. Call of Duty, recycled shit.
It ain't recycled.
This ain't the early 2000s. This is 2023.
There you go.
And shit's recycled nowadays because you can't come up with nothing new.
Bro, it's going to be good.
Why is it going to be good?
What do you mean? It took them like at least 10 years to make this game. It should be good.
It took them over 10 years to make Diablo 4, and look at that.
Well, we don't talk about Diablo 4 now. That's a whole different ball game here.
Hey,
also,
the point is, don't have high hopes for the game.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good point there, Sam. Games nowadays, I mean, takes them a long time to make, but most of the time nowadays, there's something wrong with them still.
I haven't pre-ordered a game in 5+ years. For good reason.
Well, to speak on that, what are you going by? Wacky?
Yeah, that's my name, Wacky Wyatt.
Wacky Wyatt? So, this man, Wacky Wyatt here, what games do you play, Wacky Wyatt?
I like to play a little bit of top play game ever, probably hour-wise, is Rainbow Six, and I was pretty into Rocket League still, but I've been on this huge Apex Legends kick. You know, I like the games that take skill.
Okay, so do you think you have the right almost to say that you haven't no interest in new games or you haven't pre-ordered a game in a long time, based on what you play?
Yeah, I think so.
So 2 or 3 games for how long?
Well, I mean, I play other games. Those are probably 3 of my most played games.
But how current are you with the gaming scene right now?
I don't buy new games because I don't think new games are made as good as old games.
What was the last new game you bought?
Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, probably Modern Warfare 2, and you saw how that went.
Yeah.
Pretty dog shit.
So have you given up on the gaming scene?
I've given up on a lot of big publishers. Yeah, a lot of big publishers are pretty garbage. Look at Rockstar. I mean, what's the last thing they came out with that was substantial? Red Dead Redemption 2. That has a complete dog shit multiplayer and unsupported system and are just trying to base it off the campaign. Rockstar is in shambles so much that they had to re-release Red Dead Redemption 1's Undead Nightmare on PC because they have nothing.
And on the Switch.
Fuck the Switch, man. that ain't got nothing going for it. Look at Activision, shitty ass monopolized company who thinks they run shit. It's terrible, man. The publishers have given up on the big dogs. You know, there ain't nothing coming out for them. You know, and not like Ubisoft and Siege or EA and Apex. Not like they're good, but I mean, at least they got shit going for them. The game's still supported.
I mean, hold up now. I mean, I do give you credit for this. I mean, Rockstar, at least, year after year, more content for GTA. I don't know how much they can put more into that game. A re-release of GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City.
And that failed terribly.
That failed terribly. Yes, it did. Red Dead Redemption. I mean, you haven't heard anything about that.
But there's nothing really you can do with a GTA game because it's the same principle.
It's been out since 20.
You go to strip club, you steal cars, you rob banks. That is all GTA has ever been.
Absolutely, I agree.
And that's all it will ever be.
It's in the name, Grand Theft Auto.
Unless Rockstar wants to go above and beyond and think outside the box, like Battlefield just added that new mode. You know what I'm talking about? They just added a new mode, 2042.
I don't know.
Okay, well, Battlefield, they're going outside the box. They're adding content to their games, doing stuff differently.
Now, let's go to that game, too. I mean, that game failed terribly at launch, too.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely in a better state, but I still haven't found a reason to even buy it.
It took them years just to make it where it is now.
Let's face it, last time Battlefield introduced a new mode in their game, it was the Battle Royale, which failed miserably in Battlefield.
Well, I'm not talking about launch. I'm talking about, like, adding content to make the game worth playing instead of doing the same stuff over and over
Yeah,
again.
and I agree with that, and to an extent, actually not even to an extent, I agree with that, because Battlefield now is playable. People enjoy Battlefield now. It's a completely different game from what it was when it came out.
Right, so I'm just saying, like, why you got high hopes for GTA when you know it's just going to be the same stuff.
GTA 5's been the same fucking game for at least the last 3 years, at least.
Like GTA
7.
GTA San Andreas, like that game was the only GTA I actually liked. But that's just because it was new then. Like it was new, a new type of game. Like you never played no game where you go out robbing, beating people up and doing this.
I mean, technically, it's a whole different, like, story than what it is, like, with GTA 5. I mean, it's about gangs and stuff like that in GTA San Andreas, rather than GTA 5 where you actually have to rob banks to get yourself out of whatever shit you're in.
Right, but I'm just saying it was new, it was different. That's what these games need to do. New and different, not recycled, rumpy garbage. You see what I'm saying? Like, when that came out, that was new. That was new. That was like, you ain't never heard of that. Mommy, daddy was saying, you ain't playing that game. Like, it was new.
Yeah.
No, it ain't just, yeah. That was new. That was something, different. Different.
Big Mike.
Different. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, Mike. But,
All right.
I mean,
Just as long as you see what I'm saying.
I definitely agree. Gaming nowadays just uninnovative.
Recycled.
I mean,
brainless.
Absolutely.
But fellas, back on topic. What with the prices and the rumors of the prices going around for the new GTA 6 with the rumored date supposed to be 2025, what are y'all willing to pay for the game?
I think
Big Mike?
Probably around $15.
That's a low ball right there.
That's a low ball in today's gaming society.
It'll
gaming
probably be
world.
like 70 to 150, but
It'll be at least bare minimum 70, which I think, you know, that's the thing with a lot of these big publishers, man, that you want to take $70 from people to give them fucking 1 week of content on a game that they had to wait 7 fucking years for. I'll call it right now. That's what they're gonna do.
10
Call it.
was it 7 or 10 years?
However,
I believe
I would say that
we've been waiting 10 years, ain't we?
I mean, it would be 10 years since GTA 5 came out in 2013.
Yeah, we're waiting 10 years.
they've been at least without decent content for the last 5 to 7 years in that game.
Agreed.
I mean,
I can't argue that.
You know, that's the thing. You get on GTA now, it's like if you're gonna play multiplayer, because let's face it, the story doesn't really have much replay value. I mean, I feel like people can agree with that. You get on multiplayer though, if you ain't got a fucking buddy or two on there, what the fuck are you doing on that game? And even if you got a buddy on there, you ain't gonna get more than 20 minutes of I guess you could say fun out of the game.
What about the role play servers?
That's the only thing keeping that game alive is the RP servers. And even that, you got to have a PC for that. So, I mean, that cuts out anyone who's got a console from having decent content.
And that's different, that's new, that's creative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's all fan-made shit. They didn't start supporting that till like the last year.
Right. But as far as like how much you'd pay, Tricky Trev and Scumbag Ed, these guys are hardcore GTA guys. I'm sure they would be willing to pay 70 to 100, whatever. I'm the same way with like Blizzard. Diablo, I'd spend 70 to $100 on any Diablo game.
Actually, my cap, Big Mike, would be probably $60. I can't see spending over that. Now, call me a tight ass or whatever you want to call it. I'll wait till it goes on sale.
Really? You the same way, Tricky Trev?
That's the same way. I mean, unless the game's really good and it's worth actually $70, I'll bet.
Well, what would make the game really good for you to spend it over 70 or 70?
If it has a bunch of replayability and it's very fun and I won't get bored of it.
But what in that game could they add to make it replayability for you? Or have? Like, just think of something out like...
I mean, for one, a long story. Like, a story that pretty much take you at least, I would say, 60, 70 hours to beat.
So you're... Okay.
I mean, that's long-term gaming right there for one game. In terms of one story, at least.
What else?
I mean, in-game stuff, too. Like, after you beat the story, what can you do afterwards?
You know what it's going to be. Free roaming, robbing banks, going to strip clubs, stealing cars.
I mean...
What I'm saying is, what do you want them to add to the game that's different and new?
That's the thing. I don't know, man.
See, we're just like the devs. We're not thinking. We're just saying, hey, you know what, man? Give me a long story, 60 hours. Give me the same recycled garbage, and I'll play it for a little bit. Come on, bro. We got to think. What do we want?
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, like, we definitely got to think about what we want. I definitely agree with you on that.
We ain't the devs, so, I mean, we ain't going to sit here and we got to think. I'm just saying that's the problem. They ain't thinking.
That's what, I mean, we could do this the entire episode, just brainstorm ideas on what GTA 6 could be. And what stuff they could put that's brand new and that never been done before.
I like to see them add something new and different and a lot of replayability. Like with Diablo, that's endless content. You're always grinding. You're always getting to that max level. All right, I won't talk about Diablo.
But to be fair though, you're grinding the same shit. There's nothing.
But guess what? The thing with Diablo is you're grinding the same shit to get the gear. It's a loot game.
But there's only so much in the game though. The only reason that GTA 5 gets so much shit is, first of all, there's an endless amount of things to do in GTA 5. The only issue is the game's been out for X amount of years to where all that endless shit's already been done.
And the game's also been released like multiple times throughout multiple platforms.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I quit playing it after like year or two. I just got bored of it. I ain't picked it up since.
It's not for everyone, you know. I don't really have a bone in this conversation as far as new games goes. The few games I play are all about 5+ years old. So I mean, you know, I can't tell you last time I bought a new game and then actually enjoyed it or put a decent amount of hours. I would say Modern Warfare 2019, I probably had a few hundred hours in that. But anything after that, I mean, I don't know that I'd want to spend $70 on a brand new game.
You know, I agree with you on that, except I did stumble across a really good beta, at least, the first Descendant, but none of you guys played it. But for the viewers out there that might know, that was actually, I'm very impressed with that game.
Who was that made by, Big Mike?
Korea, something Korea.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, first Descendant, man. It was on a beta for a little bit. Yeah, it was nice.
Where did you learn about this game? You just come across it, or?
And I'm always on my phone looking up stuff like new games, and like that Unreal Engine 5. I just sit there and watch new games coming out on the Unreal Engine 5.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna have to check that out. Now, any of you guys ever think about streaming to Twitch? Or let's get into Twitch. You fans of Twitch?
Yeah, it's Wyatt, twitch.tv. Check me out. It's WYAATT. Get out your boy. Haven't streamed in like 5 months, but I'll be back on that grind.
Damn, I want to be streamer on our podcast. What do you think that?
To me, and I feel like you boys on the panel might be able to agree with this. I feel like being a Twitch streamer, waking up, turning on the PC or the Xbox or whatever, gaming for 10 hours and going to bed and getting paid. How the fuck you gonna beat that? How the fuck you gonna beat that?
That's
the-
like a dream job,
that's
dude.
the dream.
See, it's not for me though, because I realized it ain't just that. You got viewers that you've gotta you gotta be a very sociable, interactive person to be a Twitch streamer.
But I watched you stream before, and I thought that you had potential. It's just all you gotta do is just interact. For me, I mean, I feel like for anyone, when you first get into streaming on Twitch, if you just break that barrier that's talking to yourself essentially, and you just get past the whole talking to yourself.
No. What I'm saying is, you grow and it gets very, very much more stressful because you have more eyes on you. That's my point.
Actually, I'm with Wacky Wyatt. I've seen some of your videos that you posted on YouTube out in the woods. You did a little woods skits here and there back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, but I had maybe 3 or 4 people and people that I know. When you get 1,000, 10,000, those people are probably very stressed out.
Going back to the whole, being stressed with the amount of views you have, I think something with that is that you kind of set that mood, though. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to have 1,000 followers, then those 1,000 followers are following you for a reason, probably based on the stuff that you've already set. If you're if you're not particularly good at a game, and you got 1,000 fucking followers, it's probably because of the person you are, not the gameplay. Not people aren't expecting. They already know what to expect. You know what I mean?
All right, now here's what I hear. I have been told that Tricky Trev, Big Mike, and Wacky Wyatt went on a trip to Louisville, Kentucky for a big music festival earlier this year.
That's right.
What do you think about the amount of money that I heard they spent?
I don't think anything about the money they spent. I don't think anything about any of that. The thing I think about is when these guys go on these trips, they always be going on music festivals and all this stuff, and I'm sitting around working 12s every day. But here's my main problem with this. So Wacky Wyatt, Tricky Trev, they were in Indiana, right? And there was a do in Indiana called
Goji Citrus.
Goji Citrus, right? And I'm sitting here stuck, slaving away, working 7 days a week. And I'm just like, please, guys, please get me the goji berry. You guys are in Indiana. Just please. I want to taste it. I want to try it. And I begged them. I pleaded with them. And I waited for them to come home. And again, I asked them, did you guys bring me home some goji? And you guys know what they said? They said no. They didn't bring me no goji. So, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Hey, I believe it. Tricky Trev is one of the dirtiest players there is when it comes to bringing you stuff back.
I might agree with him there, yep.
But
what do you
but
mean?
hey, but Wacky Wyatt is just as bad to blame.
I don't know about that.
I do know about that.
Sounds like some propaganda.
It's all good. I'm over it now. But I just wanted to put you guys in the shoes of a Doofine, of the new Goji Berry, and how I really wanted it. And they were in Indiana where it was.
Well, maybe if you came out more, you would have had the goji strawberry.
I did want to know why you didn't go, Big Mike. Besides, could you not get time off, or what was your?
I mean, yeah, I have no time off, but still, I wouldn't have gone anyway. I'm not a fan of crowds. I'm not a fan of all that stuff. If I want to listen to music, I'll put in my earbuds and listen to music.
On Spotify or YouTube
Spotify
Music?
Premium, my boy.
Hell yeah! Now
Like, I ain't got to see them live. I mean, granted, I ain't never seen nobody live, but I'd rather just put in some earbuds in the quiet comfort of my own home by myself.
I hear you. I hear
Well,
it. Now,
Big Mike, you know what they ain't got at home? Goji citrus strawberry and Mountain Dew.
He ain't wrong, but you know what?
That's right.
If you had some reliable people, I would have got it without going out. That's all I got to say.
now, what bands? We're getting a little off track here. Damn, we got Mountain Dew on the brain here. Now, what bands did you guys see? Anybody notable?
Yeah. I mean, it just depends, you know, what the viewers might know or whatnot. But it's a predominantly hard rock metal festival. So, you know, you had some big dogs like Megadeth and Rancid was there.
Godsmack,
Yeah.
Foo Fighters,
Yeah.
all them good stuff.
What was the name of the festival?
Louder Than Life, Louisville, Kentucky. Been going on for quite some time now. I actually believe this year coming up is going to be the 10-year anniversary of Louder Than Life. So, yeah, but no, it was a great time. You know, I first started going back to Louder Than Life in 2016, and that's back when the festival was only 2 days. But nowadays, this one we just went through recently, 4 days. That's twice as long. That's twice the many headliners, twice the many acts. And to me, you know, if you're a big fan of music, any of the viewers or anybody, I would always recommend that someone gets out there and goes themselves to a several-day music festival. It's like an experience that you can't explain to someone. You have to go see it. Like Tricky Trev here, you've gone to concerts and live shows, but you had never gone to a music festival. And I mean, I tell you, it is a grind, isn't it?
It is a grind,
It's a
man.
grind. Absolutely.
I had a really good experience. I mean, you gotta go, man. Like if you've never experienced anything like that, I mean, I would recommend it
Absolutely.
for anybody
Yeah.
that likes hard rock or just in general. I mean, you never know what you'll see out there, whatever you hear and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Yeah, and you know, you meet a lot of weird people, but you meet a lot of cool people. You know,
Exactly.
and I think even if you're not social, it definitely is something worth checking out. I mean, you know, as a music fan especially, you get to see and experience some things you'll never ever get to experience anywhere else at a music festival.
Exactly. I mean, it's a very unique experience, and
Right.
shoot, I don't know, man. I know it was my first time, but I'm glad I went.
Yeah, I'm ready to run it back. I'll tell you that much.
Same here.
Hell yeah, my boys. That's good shit right there.
So we cut.
Now,
Oh.
now, back on the Goji here.
So we got Mountain Dew on our minds again, huh?
We just for one more thing. Good old Big Mike.
Yeah, big old Mike.
He's like, man, y'all need to get it for me. I forgot, man. I wanted to get it for you, but I legitimately, I don't know, man. I couldn't get it.
Here's the kicker, though, man. Here's the fucking kicker. What the goji is that the fact that it was in a fountain drink.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Get your fucking Polar Pop cup or whatever from your gas station, fill it up, no ice, and fucking ship it off a few hours from where we need to ship it off.
Could have.
Yeah, but you would have not got the authentic experience of
I mean, it would have been carbon. It would have been flat.
It could have been like an A tier turned into like a C tier. Then what's the
Exactly.
point in trying it?
Hey,
You know what I
he
mean?
still would like it. It's Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's from Mountain Dew.
You know what I mean? No.
And it
no.
wouldn't be in bags either.
It would not. No, that's
It
not.
wouldn't work like that.
It's such an obscure Mountain Dew that they would have not done that. But moving on from Goji, it's a great little one-off flavor. Let's talk about the duo drop of the Mountain Dew
Game Fuel.
Shout out Game Fuel.
Game Fuel, baby.
Now, here's the problem with Game Fuel right now. At least the grocery stores around us, we ain't got none around here. We ain't got a lick of the citrus, man.
No,
I've been
don't.
to every single grocery store in the last 15 miles. I couldn't find it.
I agree with that. But now, to be fair, we're about half a weekend, from the Game Fuel drop. I think it might just be a thing where they only do certain areas. And that's how Whiteout was before it got completely discontinued. You can only find it up in the certain parts of the country and whatnot.
Exactly.
Are you guys trying to tell me you are some kind of dew chasers?
Us three, we are the most professional dew drinkers out there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
When you say us three, who are you referring to?
Like, I'm talking about me, Wacky, and Big Mike here.
I was gonna say I don't drink too much Mountain Dew.
I know you don't.
Yeah, we've been known to drink some Dew. I mean, we can put some serious amount of Mountain Dew back. I mean, in one go.
Now I heard Big Mike has all the Mountain Dew stashed in his basement.
So as far as Mountain Dew, ladies and gentlemen, it's more of to us like a lifestyle than it is a refreshment. We've been sipping Dew since pretty much since birth. I mean, as far as when we could walk, talk, drink. I know we always had Mountain Dew in the fridge. We grew up on that. It's just been our beverage, and it got to the point for me at least. I don't know about these two guys, but for me at least, it's kind of uncontrollable. So, but as far as Mountain Dew itself, I'm a very big Dew fan. Shout out to Mountain Dew. They're wonderful. Great beverage. But I just say control yourself sometimes, because I'd say that I take a little bit overboard, but still, shout out Dew. We gotta love that Dew.
I can't shit on him for what he just said there, because that's pretty accurate.
That is pretty accurate.
It's more of a lifestyle, and I think piggybacking on that, you have enough of anything, and big increments, it'll kill you. Anything, But Mountain Dew is a lifestyle, man. We've been drinking that shit heavy since before they abbreviated it. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say?
Yeah.
Would you guys say you was sipping Dew before 08?
Yeah, we've been sipping Dew
I mean,
since past 08.
I was sipping Dew as soon as I can remember. I mean, I had that shit in my sippy cup, man. I mean,
I remember it when I was the first, one of the first memories I've ever had.
core memory right there.
But here's the thing: if you grow up in a gamer family, I think most of us grew up in, you're sipping Dew, man. He says the Dew was in your sippy cup, whatever. That might be a little exaggerated, but it's pretty accurate. You know what I mean?
Now, hang on. Now, I got to disagree. It sounds like you're taking a shot there.
No, I'm not taking a shot, but usually when you're taking sippy cups, you're one or two. I mean, I'd say maybe that's not entirely accurate, but when I say lifestyle, when I think of Dew, I think of it's like a comfort. What were you guys sipping on in the early 2000s playing games?
Jack Daniels.
Listen to Wacky Wyatt and Tricky Trev, man. What were y'all sipping on?
Sipping Dew.
Sipping Dew.
I mean, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Man.
I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, any of you Dew heads.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a lifestyle. What's crazy about the whole controlling yourself? It's really just it's the go-to. Whether I'm gaming or stopping in the gas station to get a refreshment, it's Dew. I ain't getting me a cold Coca-Cola or a Pepsi or an orange soda or grape soda. I'm getting me a Mountain Dew, because that's what I know, and that's what's good. If I had to sit down and game all day, it's Mountain Dew.
It's Mountain Dew.
If I'm on the road, it's Mountain Dew. If I'm at home, going somewhere, anywhere, Mountain Dew. You can't beat it.
Exactly. Mountain
beat
Dew is the #1 soda out there for gaming. So.
Personal preference, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have a vast majority of flavors, and it's not just a stock cola. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's not boring. You know, Mountain Dew is.
It can be recycled to a point. And here's my thing with the flavors. I'm a hardcore regular Dew. Like flavors for me, I can drink maybe for a week straight, maybe a month, depending on the flavor. But like regular Dew, that's all I can drink regularly.
Now back to that as well. With the game fuels, this citrus cherry, I can drink all day long.
But you're saying that today.
I mean,
Give it a month.
I'll give it a month. I'll still drink it. This Mystic Punch, maybe once a week.
I'm with Tricky when it comes to flavors. I mean, OG Dew for me, OG Dew. If we were looking from S to F tier, OG Dew sits right there in that B tier. You know,
He's starting to make me a little angry right now.
well, hang on. No, it's a casual drink. I could drink it.
It's not a casual drink.
Listen, I could drink it all day. I think what it comes down to, you know, a lot of those flavors, I can drink more than regular Dew. I think it's all personal.
Now, Big Mike, do you think this guy is full of shit?
He's not full of shit. It's personal preference, but I feel like he should be more hype. I don't know the word.
I mean, it's B tier. It's
He should be more like I guess supportive.
it's the
Support Big Mike.
No, I support Mountain Dew. The thing is,
He don't support shit.
No, I do. It's just the fact of the matter is, and it's just common sense, really, is that OG Dew is a B tier. It's your standard. It's your standard entrance into the world of Mountain Dew. There's better flavors than neutral Mountain Dew.
Tricky Trev, I want to hear you talk.
There's worse flavors than Mountain Dew.
I want to hear you talk about this.
Anyone could agree with that. Anybody.
Well, all right, Big Mike. You want my honest thoughts on this?
Yeah, don't piss me off.
We might have our first walkout, ladies and gentlemen.
We might. Okay, so I do agree on OG Mountain Dew, the normal green, being you'll never get old of it. Like you'll never get sick of it. But it ain't S tier for me.
No, and I could think about fucking 10 flavors at least that are better than OG Dew. And I can drink OG Dew every single day. If there was no flavors of Mountain Dew, I'd be totally content. But the fact of the matter is there's way better flavors than regular Dew. And it'd be a shame if somebody was missing out on Voltage.
Whoa,
Code
I
Red.
ain't saying missing out.
No,
you can
but-
try all the flavors to be whatever.
But there's better flavors.
But you
though.
should always sip that regular Dew.
Well, I always do be sipping the regular Dew, but the fact of the matter is the regular Dew is probably about B tier. You know, it's
That's fine.
It's not A or S because there's better things.
But but like we're saying,
it's better things.
Big Dew supporters here, sipping Dew since forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mountain Dew will never get old.
And
you know.
I unfortunately, Big Mike, I have to agree with Wyatt here.
Well, it is what it is.
With Wacky Wyatt. It's a B tier. It's a high B for me, but it's a B tier. Because, I mean, I could drink it all day long. I can have it. But there gets to a point where it's like, man, I kind of want to change it up a little bit.
Exactly.
But how does that have any influence on what tier it is? That just means you're bored of a flavor.
That's because there's other flavors that taste better than that.
Like, for example, Citrus Cherry here. Citrus Cherry, in my honest opinion, is a top 5 Dew.
That's better than regular. I mean, simple as that. I mean, you look at your base flavors that you see in gas stations every day. You got Voltage and Code Red.
Voltage is better than regular
I think
Dew.
Code Red's better than regular
Code Red
Dew.
is better than
You know what I mean?
regular
Yeah,
Dew.
Whiteout was better than regular Mountain Dew.
Whiteout is my 100% favorite.
Pitch Black is better than regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're pissing me off.
Shit,
he
boys.
ain't gonna be returning. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, we're getting him on next week, right, Big Mike? You are gonna be a regular, just like Wacky Wyatt.
That's right. You know, I wish I would have came out to the first episode. Just had some things going on, but man, this is, you know, like I said, this is a shout out to Aframe-AfterDark and A-Frame Productions.
Yes, sir.
That's where the real shit has been happening. Let me tell you, people, because you know, on the up and coming, it's only up from here. Great thing, great project that's going on, great atmosphere, and I see a lot of big things going for A-Frame Productions.
Shout out all the Twitch streamers out there. Shout out all the OnlyFans streamers out there. Shout out to every content creator. Shout out to every working person. Shout out to everybody in this world.
All right. Hey, Wacky Wyatt, I appreciate that. Aframe-AfterDark is a great podcast.
That's right.
And if they ain't tuned in by now, I do not know what is going to make them tune in. We got Mountain Dew. We got video games. This is a lit episode.
That's right.
And you talk about the elusive episode 1. Will we ever hear what was recorded? Do we know who was involved with episode 1?
I don't. You know, I gotta say I heard about it. You know, I heard a snippet of it. You know, whether it was real or not, I don't know. But
it could have been AI generated.
It could have. Hey, anything could be AI generated.
It is.
I mean?
Hey, they say AI is getting out of control.
It is. You know, really, and you know, it's crazy that you can see a video online or hear a recording of someone's voice, and it could just be completely false. You know.
Yeah. Hey, but at least we're here tonight,
That's
and
right,
we
that's
are
right.
real.
We are real tonight. There's no AI, none of that AI bullshit.
Nope, this is the real Scumbag Ed,
That's right.
and I'm sure this is the big Mike.
Hell yeah, we ending this?
Hell no, we can't end this
Hey, buddy, the
shit.
party never ends.
The party
It's
never
just
ends,
started,
my
bro.
boy.
Man, we're just getting into it, man. Come on, dog.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here now with the 5827 corner. This is your host, Scumbag Ed, for 5827 corner. And folks, I gotta say, people don't care what anybody says. If you say your clock isn't changing because of daylight savings time, well, you can live in the dark, because you can clearly see that I'm not living in the dark. And now, with the end of that 5827 corner, we toss it back to the boys.
Oh, that was you know, I gotta say, man, after hearing the word around the corner, you know, I gotta say, some people just need to lay off the fucking crack, man. You know, it's just unbelievable, you know, the things you hear. Moving on from, I'm not gonna sit there and talk about that, because I could talk about that for fucking hours, how crazy people are. But you know, there's something I wanted to touch in on.
What's that, Wacky?
Go for it, Wacky.
We got any fucking basketball fans? Because I gotta say, you know, my buddies here on the panel, Tricky and Big Mike, man, we did a lot of street balling. You know,
Yes, sir.
You know, the older we've gotten, we kind of have not done as much. But I mean, tell you, I got some pretty core memories of street balling. You know, talking that shit, dunking on your ass, crossing you up, breaking your ankles. You know, I've just abused you all over the court, Tricky. Yeah.
What are you going on about here, Wacky? I don't know if you dunked ever in your life here.
I have, man.
Big Mike, have you seen a dunk from Wacky Wyatt?
No.
Oh, is that cap, man?
Nah, man. No, that's no cap, man. You know, ever since I came onto the scene,
Yeah.
and everyone's just dissed me. You know, that's to be expected, man. It's 2023, man.
Hey.
You can't make everyone happy.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Exactly. You can't satisfy everybody. That's cool. I never try to. You know.
Hey, the best words I live with my life. I don't take nothing too serious, my boy.
Exactly, and that's the thing about balling up. You know, had a lot of heated arguments out there, man. It's all fun and games.
It's all fun and games at the end.
It's all fun and games at the end. I tell you what, though, there is nothing like running a good old full court game of basketball. You know, I might argue, as far as like playing an actual sport, it's hard to beat basketball for me. You know, I like going out playing football. You know, tackle, two-hand touch, whatever. You know, catching the football one hand. You know, doing some cool stuff out there. But man, from an actual core game experience, basketball is hard to beat. You know, as far as it's teamwork oriented. Well, you know, every sport is, but that's hard to beat. You know, as far as sports go for me. Yeah, absolutely, man.
What do you think, Big Mike?
I mean, you know,
I mean, you are a baller.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the ball if I'm trying to kill time and ain't got nothing better to do. But like, as far as like Wyatt Duncan and all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused right now. But here's the thing, guys. Yeah, I'm just very baffled right now. I'll let them talk.
Oh shit! You guys have stumped Big Mike.
What?
Big Mike, have they worked you too hard today?
Yeah. I mean, so like he's saying he dunks on people. I've never seen this man dunk on anybody. Granted, he puts in the work, but like when he said full court, ain't none of us like full court. We get out of breath. I mean, we do half court, whatever you call it, and that's all right. But full court, man, I ain't done full court since I was like 10.
Well,
Damn.
Big Mike, I think if you pulled your head out your ass, maybe you could relate to some of the things I'm saying. But it seems like you didn't get enough sleep or something. Maybe that's why you're baffled.
Big Mike, you got your head in your ass, my boy? This boy is talking shit. Wacky Wyatt, he just like he don't even want you on this podcast anymore.
No, he's a good ball player. Yeah, they're all good ball players. I just full court. I don't know. He might be right, but as far as me for full court, hell no, I ain't playing full court. And as far as dunking, hell no, I ain't dunking, and he ain't dunking. But we do play some ball. I mean, it's all right. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but I think you used to be more into balling up maybe a few years back, you know. Maybe,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Like
you've kind of grown off of it.
yeah, I kind of got out of it really. Yeah.
I mean, you still got your moves from when you played before, right?
Yeah, and you guys are acting like you're old.
Yeah. No, I still got them. Basketball, man. The thing with basketball is like it's good if you want to kill some time. That's really all it is.
It's about having fun, hanging out with your friends, and
That's
just
right.
acting a fool.
I
That-
mean,
you can act a fool and nobody cares.
I mean, basketball is a lifestyle in some degree as
Ah,
well.
nah. See, these guys on a different thing today, boys.
I mean,
Basketball ain't no lifestyle.
not particular with us anymore, but I mean,
It never
for a
was-
lot of people
Nah,
it is.
Yeah, but it never was no lifestyle.
It was for us
We
at
went
one
up.
point.
We went up
Yeah.
a couple days out of the week and went and played some basketball. It wasn't no lifestyle.
No, but you're forgetting when we were in school and still, and you're forgetting that we played pickup basketball every fucking period that we could get our hands on a basketball. We were playing, weren't we?
Yeah.
It was a fucking lifestyle.
I'll let these boys talk about that because I don't remember doing that.
Every period we played basketball in high school.
Me.
Every period we did.
Big Mike.
Me.
Yeah, we all did.
You all had
We all
periods.
Yeah, well, apparently Big Mike's on his right
Man,
now.
I'd be in a different world, ladies and gentlemen. I don't remember nothing about any of that.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as I said a few minutes ago, Big Mike needs to pull his head out of his ass because I think it's about 3 meters deep into his stomach.
Yeah, I don't know.
We smoking that ganja?
Shoot, boys.
I mean, it did get. I mean,
See,
He's starting to sound like the 58-27 corner.
yeah, everything just went jumbled in my brain right now.
That's all right. It happens to the best of us. Dang.
Yeah, let's move off of that balling up because it seems like that. Some people aren't really paying attention. Maybe we don't have it. Maybe we don't have his interest on the whole basketball.
No, that's why I said let y'all talk about that.
Now, since it's fall, okay, let's talk about fall a little bit.
All right.
Okay, the leaves. Okay, the leaves. The amount of leaves that I've had to pick up this week alone is outrageous.
It's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you cleaned your yard up yet?
I haven't. You know, as far as leaves are concerned, I haven't. I tell you what, I will be doing is definitely doing that because there is nothing worse. And I've done it pretty much all my life. Really, I've been pretty careless about it. But there is nothing worse than when that first snowfall comes and it's winter and you got leaves on the ground. It just creates like this nasty black mush on your ground when the snow melts, and it's just a giant pain in the neck. It just makes your yard look like shit. So I will definitely be raking and blowing the leaves out of my yard for sure.
This past Saturday, I spent a whole day cleaning up, and I've never, okay, I just don't know if it's me or whatnot, but I have never let my leaves set until the first snowfall.
Yeah. It's definitely a me problem.
You got to get out there more.
I know. I need to buy a blower or something.
Yeah.
You don't have a blower.
I don't. I can say I do not own a leaf blower. No, I got a rake, but
What kind of man does not own a leaf blower?
I guess me.
Big Mike, what's the situation with your leaves around your house?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've never in my entire life raked leaves or done anything like that. I've mowed leaves. But as far as blowing and raking the leaves, I normally just let them chill.
Hey, that's a new thing. Everybody in the neighborhood around here seems like they're letting them lay on the ground and just mowing right over top of them. Hey, they say it's good for the soil.
Yeah, something about it mixes in with the soil and the grass, and it's a good. Yeah, I'd say don't worry about the leaves, man. Just chill.
Well, you at least got to cut them up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't leave them whole.
Yeah, at least cut them up with the mower. But as far as going out there for hours and using a rake and blowing the leaves around, just mow them, bro.
What, Wacky Wyatt, what do you say to that? Are you going to hop on your mower this week and mow them up?
I mean, I'd probably agree with that. We're kind of getting to that point where my grass is already in pretty bad condition. But in general, I think we're getting to that point weather-wise where grass is going to stop growing. I mean, I probably got one more mowing to do, probably in the yard. I'll probably wait another month. Really, maybe if we have some warmer weather or whatnot, and get that last one settled when all the leaves fall.
Well, that leaves you, Tricky Trev. Do you mow or do you bag them up in garbage bags?
I mean, we bagged them up in garbage bags, honestly, and put them in one big pile.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
Or we just put it in the fire pit and just burn them.
Well, why you do that, Tricky Trev? Why you do that?
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, it's easier.
Wouldn't that create more work instead of sitting on your ass mowing the lawn?
You just blow the leaves onto the bags, and then you blow the leaves into the bag, and then dump them in the pit.
I'm mowing mine. I don't care what Tricky Trev is doing.
Yeah.
I don't care what Wacky Wyatt's doing.
Yeah,
I'm with Big Mike.
There's nothing wrong with mowing them. I think really, I think what it comes down to, you mow, but they're just going to fall in the yard again before it's time to mow again.
Exactly.
Which is where probably a blower would come in handy for that X amount that falls after you've already mowed. But really, they don't really stop falling until December,
You got them big oaks that hold out.
Here, I'll tell you guys one thing real quick. So I don't know if these boys can. I know these boys can relate. I never been one for outdoor work. Like, never been one for outdoor work. Always been an indoor work type of guy. So as far as like this leaf talk, I'm kind of out of the loop.
I have to agree on that, Sam.
Yeah.
See, I agree with that. I like doing outdoor work myself. I don't really do much of it because sometimes there's not always something to do outdoors. But I like working outdoors. I find it enjoyable. I think I might actually like working outside more than inside myself.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Outdoors is where it's at.
Me and Trevor versus Wyatt and Scumbag. Yeah, my boy.
Hell yeah, you know who it is.
The best host around the planet.
The host with the most. The one, the only Scumbag Ed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out Scumbag Ed.
Here I am
Shout out
self-promoting.
A-Frame Productions.
Hey, Mountain Dew
A-Frame
just sponsor us
Productions.
for real.
Shout out Mountain Dew.
How crazy it would be if there was a Dew sponsorship.
Dew
You know what I mean?
If so, we'd be drinking all this all the time on the pod.
Absolutely, man. These viewers, they can't fucking see what we're doing right now. But I shit you not, there is about damn near 10 Mountain Dew bottles and cans here because we are professional Dew drinkers. The
Hey, don't
majority
forget
of us
about
are.
the bottles.
You got the dew bottles, you know. But hey, you got to stay healthy. Got a little bit of water
Hey,
in the mix. of
I'm
course.
seeing some OG on the table.
There's
OG
there's some
do.
OG on the table.
Oh,
There's some
Suppo-
OG
su-
on
we
the
got-
table.
supposedly B tier.
Before it discontinues.
Yeah, real sugar is discontinuing, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all better
Shit.
get it before it gets discontinued early next year.
Yeah, bullshit. Damn.
Yeah, I'm digging it, man. I'm digging the podcast.
Yeah.
What a podcast we have had this evening, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
have had.
We have had Big Mike with his first appearance.
Oh, yes, sir.
We have Wacky Wyatt with his first appearance.
Damn straight. I hope there's a lot more where that came.
And I can't say one way or the other if Tricky Trev was on the first podcast.
You'll have to find out for yourself on that one.
They'll have to find out for themselves. Hey, but I was on the first podcast and I'll be on the last.
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, this has been Aframe-AfterDark, an A-Frame Productions podcast. This is your host, Scumbag Ed, and we say goodbye, good night, and sweet dreams.